Welcome to a comic book breakdown discussion on DC's new Slate. I'm Ollie.
And I'm Kai. Good to be here again.
Yep. And let's just jump right into it. Yes, sir. Let's just jump right into it. Today, James Gunn has released, after a long anticipation, James Gunn has released the DCU Slate. I'm confident in it. What about you, Kai? What do you think?
I'm very confident. I do want to see DC Studios, well, I guess that's their new name now, DC Studios pretty much succeed as I want them to be, because I know a lot of great superheroes and supervillains they could work on, and obviously they just didn't really have that direction to keep on going for X amount of years compared to Marvel Studios. And of course, James Gunn taking over, and Peter Sack, is Peter Sack his name? Peter Safran, when they took over, they had a plan, and now we're here about to list the James Gunn have a 8 to 10 year slate of different movies, TV shows, and animations. I'm very excited to see what we got here.
Let's let James talk, and then we'll interject every time we find something crazy.
I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or
that was my favorite part of the announcement. Like, yes, the movie announcements and the show announcements were crazy, but the fact that we're getting one unified thing. So let's say they make a Justice League cartoon or something, or Justice League International, whatever, something like this, or Justice League, whatever you want it to be. And the fact that it's going to be all the same people, that blows my mind.
The thing is, is it gonna be just straight actors, or is it gonna be voice actors turning into actors as well? Because it's gonna be their first role or something like that.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
That's what I was curious about, because obviously, I'm gonna keep going with the video, but we'll get to the first announcement.
Say it again.
No, I'll say keep going, because I was about to say something, but we watched the video. Yeah, I'm stuttering a lot. Play the video. I'll just pause.
Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds outside of the mainstream DCU continuity.
Yeah, no.
Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the four projects that are coming out next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well.
I'm kind of curious
into the Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love. That resets the entire DCU.
Everything after Flash,
a fantastic film about a
Flash is going to end
marvelous part of the DCU,
universe,
and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, what I'm about to tell you is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is
I am aware that's Weasel. It's Weasel.
But that is Weasel. And this is what I was talking about the voice actors specifically, because will they get voice actors first, or will they actually get
of course
actors? I'm just saying
this is gonna be first. So they're probably all going, everybody that's voiced, they're gonna have somebody that looks the part as well.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Some of these you don't even have to worry. This is a skeleton man. Okay.
Is it that's not that skeleton man? Oh my god.
No. This is a skeleton. Look at some of these. This robot, a skeleton. Some of these people you don't have to worry. They're probably gonna be mocap at best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy. He's probably gonna be hit. I think the people that they're gonna have to worry about the most are this guy and her, because she's going to have to work out. Other than that, everybody else is going to be CGI.
Yeah,
series.
Sure.
I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice.
I was so happy when I heard that.
Action. The next project
That's
up is Waller.
Good.
This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis.
This is just to make up for Peacemaker being gone, if I'm going to be completely honest. Because he likes John Osterman's Suicide Squad. So... Yeah. And he heavily invested himself in Peacemaker, obviously. His wife is on that show. So
yeah.
So it's not like he's gonna be like, oh, sorry, honey, I'm running this $1 billion company. I can't get you a job. Nah, nepotism. Nepotist. if there was ever a time to do nepotism, this is the time, because he wants to go back in that bedroom and make sure he gets some.
Oh my God. No, I'm just curious about for Waller specifically what's going to be happening, because obviously she's going to be involved with Team Peacemaker. So I'm guessing
it's Suicide Squad. It's just Amanda Waller doesn't do. Oh yeah, Amanda Waller doesn't do things. Okay, like she's not. It could be. It's Suicide Squad. They're just not going to call it Suicide Squad, but it's either basically Peacemaker 2.0 or it's going to be Suicide Squad. I might as well have called the show Task Force X, but I guess Waller going to be the central character.
My best guess is probably could be like a limited series at most. So it's probably gonna be like one season of Waller and then we'll move on. You know?
Nah. This is going to be the thing that like keeps us. It's going to be like an Arrow type shit, but like with a budget.
True. Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. That's crazy. A fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait.
I love how happy he looks.
Okay. Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU.
Yes.
This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of
That's going to be crazy because that's just the All-Star Superman. Oh my God, that's going to be wild. It should have been Superman Birthright, but which is just as good. But All-Star Superman's one of those. The thing is, the plot of this movie is that Superman is dying of the book. So I don't think they're going to incorporate that aspect of the story, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes with it and what he's going to do with it, because it's like basically
in the comics he is like kind of dying. He is dying.
Yeah, because he absorbed so much solar radiation. He doesn't really die at the end of the comics. He just goes towards the sun and lives the rest of his days in the sun.
Time doing it, and Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
But he's using that image.
Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story.
This is what I'm really.
This was definitely like number one on my list. When I heard Lanterns, I was like, wait, we're getting Green Lantern coming back.
And we get something for the milquetoast people that like Hal Jordan, and we get people the streets want Jon Stewart. Okay, the streets want Jon Stewart, but the milquetoast people are gonna be like, nah, you can't do that. You need to give me Hal Jordan first. So everybody wins. Everybody gets a little bit of column A, column B.
Yeah, I think both of them are going to be working together.
Yeah, it's buddy cop.
Yeah, it's a buddy cop. If I'm not mistaken, his words said, and I quote, it did say, our vision for this is very much in the vein of True Detective. It's terrestrial base, and of course, this plays a really big role in leading into the main story we are telling across film and TV. So Hal and John are pretty much going to be staying for a while, because one, they're space cops.
Yeah,
that's kind of gas. I'm not gonna lie.
What I think is going to happen, since they're using that picture, they're going to follow the Earth 1 plot, and the Earth 1 plot is very, very interesting. Like, instead of being a Air Force pilot, Hal is an astronaut, and then so he's going to be up in he's going to find himself find himself out in space, and then he's gonna eventually come into meeting Jon Stewart. So this is gonna be interesting. I don't know what 100%. And at one point he was captured and he led a revolution. Right. It's gonna be wild.
A couple of Green Lanterns, Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few.
I'm thinking like
I don't think like no, these shows are not. Don't expect this. The 23 format episode superhero shit is dead. So it's probably going to be at maximum 10, at least 8
an hour. Yeah, I was gonna say like an hour episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be like mini movies. So don't expect like long ass shit.
Other Lanterns,
especially this. This is gonna need a lot of the budget. It cannot afford to be, 23.
It's gonna be going to space.
We're not doing that Flash shit. Okay, we're not doing that. Oh no.
In there, but this is really
because remember they're gonna have to allocate all the budget to make every single property look good. Animation, video game, that's why they had to cancel everything. They're waiting on Superman and Lois to finish so they can cancel that shit. I understand why they're canceling everything now because it's like they want everything to look good. I'm glad Flash
want everything to like look towards to the DCU that's connected and everything like that. So it makes sense.
Not just being connected, but to have the same budget. Because I understand why they had to do that. Because if you look at Flash is on his last legs. Doom Patrol is really good. And they skirt that by doing outlandish things, but keeping everything kind of grounded.
Yeah.
And then Titans is just a mess. But now we can afford to have an actual alien woman and not just. Anna DeWap is beautiful, by the way. This is not discrediting to her. I think if she looks she looks gorgeous. If they had just painted her orange, she would have been Starfire. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. And Ryan Potter, too. Ryan Potter should have been Tim Drake, but that's a whole different other discussion. But that universe is going to die, unfortunately, and that's how it is.
Real-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a...
I think he's going to last until season 5. We're on season 3 right now.
I'm thinking season 5, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, 2 more seasons.
Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over precincts.
Because that is going to be the last Arrowverse show.
A terrifying mystery that ties into our larger
Even though technically it's not an Arrowverse show.
Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority.
Okay, so a lot of people don't understand what The Authority is.
I don't know what it is either.
All right, so the main person you need to worry about is this guy down here. His name is Midnighter. He's like a bat. They're all Justice League pastiches, but this guy is very dangerous. He's basically got nanites and a human computer in his brain that predicts he can basically predict. He's Sherlock Holmes. He's Sherlock Holmes if Sherlock Holmes had a healing factor. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of broken.
Yeah, and he's also in a relationship with the Superman character named Apollo and Midnighter.
Is a passion.
It's basically
project
what the Snyder people.
Based on the
it's what the Snyder people think Justice League is.
Marvelous Wildstorm characters. We are now bringing.
Yeah, we actually Wildstorm has more than one Superman character, so that's gonna be crazy. Apollo is just one of them. I think Mr. Majestic is also there.
Into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by.
Also, they show up in a Superman comic that came out recently. He was Midnighter was in Nightwing. But there was a Superman comic where Superman was recruited. He's basically making a Justice League, but full of anti-heroes and people that have done crossed the line. I forgot what it's called, but if it'll be interesting to see if they go down that route.
By any means necessary, I think it's.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I know all about Wildstorm and but I do know a lot about. But I do know I have read Midnighter stuff because Midnighter is fucking awesome.
Regardless, this is new.
We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace.
It's gonna be Game of Thrones, but with
Game of Thrones
with Westeros, but with
that's
all
gonna be
the
dope.
inhabitants of
because when you said Game of Thrones, I was like, sex. Like,
it's gonna be a lot. They're gonna finally address the thing that I've been complaining about the Amazons for a while. The whole we take men's seeds and then kill them, and then if the babies are boys, we murder them.
Okay, here's my question. I was like kind of curious about. Do you think we'll see Donna Troy?
I hope so, but like at the same time, but she's not
possible.
Yeah, but Donna, we're more likely to see Artemis than Donna because Donna is not really. Hasn't been she doesn't really do things on Themyscira, if that makes sense. Well, I think we'll see Nubia, we'll see Artemis. Well, we won't see Cassie because Cassie won't be born, I don't think. And then Donna is a 50-50 chance because Donna's whole thing is about being a clone of Diana. But like at the same time, Donna doesn't really handing out on Themyscira like that, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with her.
DCU's Batman,
but I'm excited to see Artemis in live action. That's gonna be dope.
The things that we got no word of a Wonder Woman 3, so I'm like, I'm curious.
No, that's bro, that's gone. That's gone. It's dead. I'm telling you, the only ones that are safe are Aquaman, Aquaman, and Blue Beetle. And maybe Flash, and Shazam, and maybe Flash. I think they're gonna get rid of Flash, but they haven't said anything. He says Flash is going to reboot the universe, so most likely because he knows the social backlash with Ezra, so he's gonna have to probably fire Ezra. But for sure, they're keeping Jason Momoa. They're keeping Cholo. They're keeping. Who else did you just say? Blue Beetle. Oh, Shazam. Shazam has a strong possibility. Yeah, Zachary Levi and friends have a strong possibility of. But they better give me a reboot Black Adam. I'm not gonna lie. Get rid of The Rock. We saw The Rock. Everybody had their little moment of, oh man, this is why you don't cast somebody just because they look like the character.
I mean, that's Elseworlds. Amen.
Nah, I'm good.
The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and
this bothers me, but not because, okay, first of all, the title Brave and the Bold is such a weird thing to give to this movie because, I mean, you should have just called it All-Star. No, not All-Star Batman. That's a completely different thing.
I was gonna say Batman and Robin, honestly, because I don't think when people think of the Brave and the Bold, they're not gonna think Batman and Robin.
Actually, you could have called it just Batman and Robin and called it a day. No, that's already a thing. It's already a thing. Yeah, remember?
Oh,
Schumacher.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you could just redo it,
Nah, but they don't name. Batman has never had a movie name the same thing twice.
Oh, the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Sun.
Yeah, they could call it. I don't know what they could call it. Batman. Oh no, you could have called it what it is. Batman, Son of the Demon.
Batman, Son of the Demon. That could work.
Yeah, because that's Damien's whole thing. So yeah, that's what I would have called it. Brave and the Bold. Well, I guess
somebody's. They may rename it just in case it gets confusing, but I don't know.
They should have called it. Yeah, but the thing is, that's not. This image isn't even Bruce. This is Dick. So
his actual son.
They're probably going to base it off of the Batman and. I mean, I'm not to say that Batman and Damien didn't have time together. Obviously, they did. But specifically, this arc of the comic books and this art is of Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run.
You can't call it that, James. That's not Bruce.
Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin.
And that's a sin. But all right. That's a sin.
He's a little assassin.
He's a little shit, Call it what it is.
Batman tries to get in line, and so this is
He's
the story
Jason
of the two of
Light.
them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called.
I got so happy when I heard this because Booster Gold's one of my favorite characters.
I know Booster Gold is he's a comedy man. I know that for sure.
Yeah, he is. How do I? He's the Usopp of superheroes. He's the Yamcha of superheroes. He's the. Yeah, he's like he's not. It's not to say he's weak. He's not. He's mildly okay. He's not strong, but he can tie. He's got booster bolts. He's got skeets. He's got time travel. He's the father of Rip Hunter. He eventually becomes Wave Rider. Best friends with Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, and one of the founding members of my favorite team, Justice League International. I hope we get Justice League International. I'm not gonna lie, Kai. If we get Fire, Ice, Guy Gardner, and Blue and Red Tornado and Blue Beetle, and I guess Maxwell Lord as like the Amanda Waller, but yeah, that would be a dope ass team.
Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman,
like the movie, it takes entirely in space. Like it's not Earth-based whatsoever, and the suit is very similar to the Supergirl show suit. So
yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, that looks very. It's very close. Not close, but you see some similarities for sure.
It's very similar to that.
Is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. Whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more.
Some of these comic book covers. Do you think like some of the movies are going to be rated R? They have to be for some.
Yeah. Of course. Like Swamp Thing, completely.
Swamp Thing for sure. I'm just saying, like, because if they're gonna follow like Supergirl, for example, because I'm assuming that graphic is very
it's either gonna be a really hard PG-13, or I don't think they'll make Supergirl rated R, but it will be very violent. It will be as violent as.
I feel like Supergirl. I think they want to put like Supergirl out there, so I don't think they want to make her a murderer.
No, Kai. That's what she is. She's not like Supergirl is not Superman. She's a violent, like no nonsense superhero who occasionally is a really nice person, but not like the CW at all or the cartoons. Like she is like, listen, Cal, you're weak, man, because you're a pussy.
Oh my god,
jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark
That's crazy. Swamp. This is like the third or fourth Swamp Thing adaptation.
Yeah, but did you watch that?
It's totally outside of the rest of the DCU.
That wasn't CW. That was
the rest of the stories.
DC
anyway,
Universe.
those are the stories that I can tell you about right now.
It was good. It was pretty fire.
Since I was a child, they're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us.
That's
and
good.
I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys.
That's the most important thing.
Different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
That was most important for me.
It was such a simple video. It's crazy.
Because it doesn't need to be anything complicated. It's just very simple, very, very clean. I'm going to take this so I can make a thumbnail.
I would say, like, definitely the highlight is probably I mean, actually, well, before I ask, but what do you think? I'm curious what the budget's going to be, mainly for the shows. Given to be on HBO
Oof.
Max, I'm guessing like maybe. I'm just stretching. Maybe 20 mil.
Listen, I couldn't honestly tell you, like when it comes to figures, like
I mean, I'm just like thinking because like if I compare like the HBO Max shows to like the Disney Plus shows, again, I'm using this for reference. I'm using it for reference.
mm,
If I'm not mistaken, the Mart way. If I look up Walt Disney Plus shows budget. Okay, so some of the shows usually cost 25 million per episode.
good lord.
So if we do Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example, and that was like 6 episodes, I believe, right? Six. It was 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
25 times 6, that's $150 million budget. If we do WandaVision, that's 8 episodes, that's 200 million. That's crazy. So given that they're trying to use HBO Max as much as they can, I'm gonna say minimum 100, max 220.
Mm,
I'm not gonna say 250 because that'll be too much. I'll say 220. So I kept it low.
that's gonna
But
be
definitely,
crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm very excited for it. I'm thinking more about the Lantern show specifically because I was interested. I always wanted to see Green Lantern. We didn't really get Green Lantern because besides of course 2011 Green Lantern, and then we got more of the anime version of Green Lantern. This is the live action, good budget on HBO Max. That's actually insane. Like I know people have been asking for Green Lantern for God knows how long because Green Lantern is an important figure to the Justice League. Well,
Yes.
whenever there's a new Justice League coming out, but
You know how it is. People are very, very, very hyped up on like the main seven of the Justice League. So I can't wait to see where this goes, honestly. Do you have any closing thoughts, any arguments, or like just general thoughts? What are you excited for the most?
uh, Lantern show for sure. I do want to see the Brave and the Bold, mainly because I know that's going to expand onto the Bat family, and obviously
Mm.
we're gonna be seeing more. So that is including Nightwing, that is including potentially Red Hood, that is including Robin, who turns into Red Robin. And Red Robin is actually my favorite. Tim Drake, of course. That's coming from the Arkham games, actually. Fun fact.
Mm.
Um. So yeah, those. So I think those two are on the top for sure. I do want to see Blue Beetle because Sholo Marduenya. He's a good actor. He's my age, actually. I do want to see him succeed more from Cobra Kai. I mean, obviously he did. He's gonna be on his last season of Cobra Kai, and then he's moving on to Blue Beetle in the DC universe, which is great. So he's being covered right now.
Mm.
I'm generally. Well, actually, I do want to see Aquaman too. I do want to see Aquaman too. So I'm excited. I'm glad like the characters are going to be played by the same actor no matter what, between live action video games, animation. That's great. Like they're I think James Gunn wants to make sure that they're getting their bread, and they want to be consistent throughout all different types of adaptations. So I'm happy about it. This is a really good project, and of course, like other projects are just pretty much called DC Elseworlds, which I'm not really mad about. Oh, speaking of
Yeah,
that, I forgot that
I'm not
about the
upset either.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Speaking
Go
of that, we
ahead.
got the Batman Part Two, which that comes out 2025, if I'm not mistaken. If I just look at the thing real quick, the wait, where's that? I had the date. Damn it! I think it was on the Twitter. I think it was a 2025 date. Either 2025 or 2026.
That's wild.
Which is, I mean, obviously we gotta wait, but Mary's been writing since the Batman came out. Oh yeah, the release date is October 3rd, 2025. So
That's
I'll be
wild.
23. I'll be 23 by that time.
Yes, you will be old by that time. By the time that comes.
Insane, but I'm excited. And I want DC Studios to succeed. I mean, of course, we do have some good movies from DC Elseworlds. Don't get me wrong, but I'm excited to get new content from new superheroes that we haven't seen on the big screen. They're getting their shine, so it's a big W. It was a W on my books for sure.
I'm also excited as well. I want to see where this goes.
Just that budget.
Yeah.
That budget big, boy.
That budget is completely agree.
And it's HBO Max. It's HBO Max too, because I know HBO Max usually pops off because, I mean, obviously I know it's not really related, but The Last of Us, that was budget.
They had a big ass.
They had a fat
budget. Yep.
They had a big budget, and they were succeeding past ratings too. Like really, episode 3, I think it broke the record again for how many viewers? Because I think it went to 7.2 million viewers over one episode.
That's pretty impressive. But we're gonna close out here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Kai, have anything to plug?
Twitch.tv/Kaiju KA1JU 5 underscores. I do stream video games on there. Yeah.
All right. Alrighty. See you later.